Can you expand on the so-called golden rules of property investment and how they differentiate the best property funds?
The golden rules are very much the following. If you're going to invest on your own, you need to get some advice, and the advice will tell you that you need to buy something that is high quality in the right location. And if it's going to be an investment, you want to make sure that it's very easy to lease it out and in an area that would be very advantageous to show some capital growth. You need to look at things very carefully as to the history of the manager. How long's the manager been going? What's the manager's performance been like?
Right.
How's the manager been able to navigate itself through the GFC? You want to be able to look at a manager that he doesn't take on excessive amounts of debt and is modestly geared. You want a manager who's looking at trying to put a portfolio together that has what we call a weighted average lease expiry that's quite long. Because if you've got a weighted average lease expiry of say 10 years on a portfolio and you've got an investment period, say 5 years, and you want to sell some of those properties to give back some of the money to your investors, you need some amount of a lease term left on a property if you want to sell it at a price that its maximum price, because as the lease term reduces, you certainly won't get as much money on that property if you would go out with 5 years left on the lease. How are you going to get out of this property?
Yeah.
Is it a highly sought after property? And the other thing you need to look at is, what does the forecast look like for other property being built of a similar nature in that area? So it's not going to oversupply the area,
Right.
and therefore you're going to have a drop in rentals, too many properties on offer, and maybe even lose some tenants.
How can a layperson access a manager's reputation? Is there a performance table?
There's not what I call an industry standard of what people are measuring different fund managers against. If you want to do the homework, by all means, go and visit the fund manager. They won't give you advice because they're not licensed to give you advice, but they'll certainly tell you about all the situations you ask in terms of the pitfalls of investment and what it's all about.